Super Cool Radio!
Hello everyone, I am Matthew Thomas with the Super Cool Radio, back with another interview. Joining me at this time in person here in South Bend, Indiana, they're a really awesome rock band from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Please welcome Mud Creek.
I feel like we should be busting out the guitar.
I can edit that in. All right. Making a Mud Creek with me at this time, we got Remy on bass, Kurt on guitar, and TJ on guitar and lead vocals. So before we dive into this interview, I want to talk something really cool that happened over the weekend. You guys opened for Tim Ripper Owens at the Rockstar Lounge. How was it?
That was awesome. Yeah, it was pretty great. First show we played there. It was great. That was cool. Yeah.
I've heard Tim Ripper making the rounds too. I know he was in Michigan, I think a couple months ago. He was at the Rockstar Lounge. I've heard really good things. I haven't seen him live yet, but I really want to. I heard he really delivers the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good show.
Pretty impressive.
He's a cool guy, too. He came up to us and talked to us after his sound check. That was cool.
I want to play, kind of let us know who he was, and chat with some of this. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Yeah, I've had commitments both days that I couldn't see him either in Michigan or last weekend, but I know. Yeah, what's this having a life business? So it sounded like it was really cool. I think also my friend's voice Silas was there as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
you know those guys do?
Yeah, I did an interview with them.
Yeah,
they rock.
Yeah, rock for sure.
Yeah, especially the vocal voice, just his screams and stuff. It's the same.
Yeah. It's basement business.
Yeah. I saw them live with Pierre's, and they're awesome. They're really cool kids. Yeah. All right, so obviously I'm talking with Mud Creek, as everyone can see. So how did you guys get started as musicians?
Musicians.
Before Mud Creek.
I just started kind of playing around campfires and stuff. I had an ex-girlfriend, and she heard me singing, and I was just in my truck waiting to pick her up, and she came by, and she's like, hey, you should start doing that. And I was like, no, I'll pass. So she made me, I think it was like her uncle, cousin, somebody, had a guitar, and I already knew how to play one, and she's like, hey, play this and start singing. Okay, and then I started playing for like parties and stuff. That's kind of how the whole thing started.
It sounds like there's a cliche in there somewhere.
I think I do that.
I didn't know all that. See, learn some of the Super Cool Radio interviews.
Oh, yeah. I started out playing piano like
really?
Yeah. And then decided I wanted to play guitar. I wanted to play guitar, so I started when I was like 8. And here we are, playing a few different bands. So, yeah.
Nice. Herman was a roadie for a while.
Yeah, the roadie for this band before they were
really
got into the hard rock stuff. But I was the old guitarist for the band. I was his roommate for a while, and the other guy I lived with, they both could play instruments, and I was like, man, I kind of want to hang out with you, dude. So I guess I'll have to learn something. They're like, you can learn the bass, and I was like, okay. So then we just hang out on the weekends and partied up, and I try to play, never really very good. And then these guys were like, hey, we got a spot for a bass player. And I was like, all right, I guess it's time to actually learn how to do this. So here we are.
He kind of just came in one night, and me and Kurt were writing, and he just kind of came in and started throwing out his input. Turned into a pretty decent song, too. And then from there, he started picking up the bass, started kind of just showing up.
Hey, if you guys want me or not, I'm here.
Bring the bass.
That's really awesome. So obviously, Mud Creek, as you were telling me, I believe at the Music Factory show, you guys started off kind of more on the countryside. You kind of more made the transition to rock. What kind of brought that change?
Just writing, really. We made some changes in the band, and me and Kurt just kind of sitting around writing songs, and this kind of just came out. He had a lot of old riffs that he was playing that were a lot heavier than country.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a metalhead by trade, but I was playing metal bands. That's what I listened to even while we were playing country stuff. So when we made changes, when I started writing, I was like, well, why don't we just bring the tunage of the guitars down like a lot? So
down.
Now keep going.
yeah, we originally started in drop D, and then we were like, we could go drop C. What about drop B? That's kind of where we're at right now.
I'm still trying to kind of transition. Drop A sharp. I think drop A might be a little too far right now, but A sharp.
Yeah, we'll get there.
I think I need to learn how to scream a little bit more too.
Yeah.
Hey, that would be cool. Just don't blow your voice out.
Try not to.
You give me one good scream in the first song, and that's about it. No, that's right. Definitely. The single before your latest one, My Everything, like Wishing Well, I really liked because I really like the guitar riff to start that song off because it really like grabs you.
Yeah, that was the first rock song, like hard rock song that we actually wrote. And I've been sitting on those lyrics for 2 years, but we could never find a riff to go with them. And then we were like, well, let's do some rock stuff. So it came out. So I don't know how else to describe it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we had that kind of halfway written with different guitar parts at one point too. Wasn't that the song we were writing in Nashville?
Yeah, there was a lot more kind of classic rock, country, southern rock. I don't really remember, but
It's hard rock now.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun to play now.
Yeah, like you guys sounded really good at the Music Factory, especially like Wishing Well, especially like you know the song, like you already can tell by when you start that riff, like you already know, oh, this is Wishing Well.
Right.
So you guys sounded really good.
Thank you.
That place is a great place to play.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's a cool place.
Oh yeah, it's been
Like has all the names of all the bands that have played there too.
there's a lot of cool. Like I didn't know. Like I was kind of jealous. Like so many bands like I see on that wall. I was like, man, I didn't see them live there. Why? Why did no one tell me?
Yep.
Yeah, that's really cool. And the whole show set up by DRH Promotions. Just you guys, Almost, Lines of Loyalty, and Headliners Damned by Dawn. It was just so good. Like all the bands, as David said, like could headline this show. We had them all in one show.
Yeah, it was a good time for sure.
Yeah, I like that. We just recently met the guys with Damned by Dawn. Both shows we played with them. Yeah, they were great. Yeah, those guys.
They definitely are. They still owe me an interview, by the way. If they're watching,
Come on.
Yeah, you have my phone number. Call me. That sounded very 2010. Anyway. Message me on Facebook. That's better. That's at 2021. I think we got there. There's also some really cool news. As I said, DRH Promotions. You guys signed with them, I believe, last month? About-ish?
I don't even know if it's been a month.
Yeah,
So very recently.
Yeah.
So what drew you to signing with DRH Promotions?
It was kind of like a trial. We didn't even know we were in a trial yet.
Really?
Yeah.
He does get come to our shows, man.
He just kept kind of showing up. I guess he heard us at our first real rock show at Headwaters in Fort Wayne.
Opening for Slim.
It was the Rock the River.
Yeah, Rock the River.
He told me about that show, yeah.
And we didn't know. We didn't meet him then. He just said, "Oh yeah, I saw you guys there, and then saw you guys here and here and here." And he was like, "I got a couple shows coming up. You guys want in on it?" And so we were like, "Well, yeah, why not? Let's do it." And then we were the first time we played up in Battle Creek. We were sitting outside shooting shit and started talking. And he's like, "So let's what do you guys think about maybe making this official and maybe looking into being part of the DRH roster?" And so we kind of talked about it. We're like, yeah, let's do it.
Dave's a cool dude. He's got a lot of cool opportunities he can get you into. It's really cool stuff.
He has a lot of great connections. I know he's helped me out personally, setting up interviews and stuff. He's a really great guy who's really just trying to build the scene. And his scene's kind of everywhere from Michigan to Indiana. Like he's kind of just everywhere.
Yeah, it sounds like he's always getting good contacts.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. And he's always good to work with. Like just setting up this interview. Obviously with TJ, but also David and sent him flyers and stuff. He's like, dude, these all look good. And like what I like about him is he just responds just like that. He's like, he'll look at it, he'll give you his feedback right away. He's always there for you. Yeah. So definitely really cool. Plus also sets up really cool shows.
Yeah.
His own DRH shows, they're always killer.
Yeah.
He knows a lot of good people.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he keeps bringing all these new bands to us. He's like, oh, yeah, I've got these guys over here. Over here. Have you guys heard of these guys?
Kurt's like, wait a minute, go back to what did you say?
When we were deciding to sign on with them, I think we were sitting at Buffalo Wild Wings.
That's the only place to do business.
Yeah, of course. And, he was naming off all these bands. I'm going through on Spotify. I'm like, okay, you got to slow back 2 artists and have these guys. Yeah, he knows that playlist just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So,
even by the band signs to the DRH Promotions. You have Revelation Rain, you have you guys, Dan by Dawn, and Misery Lane, and so many just great bands, Hanson Pete, I can't even list them all. Right. And it's a solid roster.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And we're still looking to get a show with Hanson Pete. We've heard a lot about those guys.
I've seen them.
We haven't been able to meet them yet.
Yeah, I've only seen them once. I was supposed to see them at another show, but they got stuck in the snowstorm in Lansing, so they couldn't make it.
That was you guys.
Yes. They're really good. I saw them in June of last year. They did a really good cover of Bruised by Alice in Chains.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they're kind of more grunge. Yeah, they're really good.
Looking forward to doing a show with them for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So definitely check out all the great bands on DRH Promotions roster. Bunch of great code music. Actually, Dave was the one who showed me Lines of Loyalty.
Yeah.
They are really awesome.
Those dudes are pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah, you talked to them quite a bit after our show with them. Yeah, just hanging out. They
Trying to give us some cool bass tricks and beats.
Can you play bass upside down?
Yeah, it's like, here, just flip it over. And I'm like, it's that easy. It sure as hell doesn't look like it. But all right.
Man, dad jokes, they have like the greatest dad jokes.
Yeah.
We
were out there for a while.
Yeah, the bassist from Lines of Loyalty.
He had like 10 or 15.
Yeah, they were going back and forth on dad jokes. It was hilarious. And it was just quick fire. It was beautiful.
Yeah, no, Lines of Loyalty, Dan by Dawn, like all in the Almas, they all rock. They're all awesome. So cool to actually talk to. I've interviewed along with Lines of Loyalty. I'm talking with you guys right now, and they're just awesome people. So they like music, and they're just always willing to help people too. That's what I've noticed.
Yeah.
So for sure. But I was talking about you guys from actually talking about Mud Creek. So you guys released a brand new single very recently. It's titled "My Everything." How was it writing and recording the new single?
Well, so writing wise, I wrote that 2-3 years ago. At least it might have been longer than that.
Yeah.
Back when we were still doing country, I wrote it with one of my friends, Hannah Schaefer, and she's a Christian artist, Christian pop artist, and we've been writing for years together. And that was one that I always wanted to record. I just never clicked. And then we started doing this rock thing. I met with Kurt, and I was like, hey, so kind of brought it up again. I was like, hey, so what do you think about this? He's like, well, I really like the lyrics to it. It doesn't really sound like a rock song, but we kind of dug deep into it. Yeah. And then we revised it about 5 or 6 more times after that.
A lot. We show up to practice, and like, all right, here's the new parts. I'm like, cool. And 2 weeks go by, they're like, hey, scrap that. Here's the new parts. I'm like, all right, cool. Hey, wait, now we're going to scrap that again. More.
Then you gotta play your bass upside down.
Yeah. But no, I think all the revisions, all the changes to it, I think it turned out good.
It's a really good song. Just everything. Like I really like the influences in there, just the emotions, everything. It's a really good song.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. And Matt Dalton from Rocco Sound, he did a hell of a job tracking that, producing that one.
Yeah, it sounds really you guys, all your singles just seem to just improve in quality, songwriting, musically, just every time. It's like, oh, Wishing, oh, that's really good. Everything, oh, that's really good. So you guys are definitely progressing and making just good music.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
It's really what we like to hear.
You just got to work on playing bass upside down.
It's going to take me a minute or two, but I'll try it.
Then you have to have some type of wording on the backing bass so you can flip it over.
So we can see it.
He's got writing on the back. But also, you can hear my everything on Super Cool Super Show 5 on June 25th on Super Cool Radio, by the way.
Right. So go check it out.
Yeah, you should. On all streaming platforms. But also, some very big news happening Wednesday, June 16th. Some would say today. You guys are going to be opening for Offensive at the Ruin in Fort Wayne. How's that feel?
Pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I actually had the chance to interview Offensive. Leon, he's really cool. They are definitely old school thrash metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was surprised to hear that. I didn't realize they were out of Maryland. Yeah. Cool.
That's it.
We get to learn it now.
Yeah.
That's
Well, you just did. Yeah. You feel good.
What better time to learn it?
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, no, they are really cool, and they just have like that old school thrash metal mentality too. Like they're super cool dudes, and I like the name Offensive.
Yeah.
It really fits with them too. It just so yeah, definitely, it's gonna be a great show. I believe you guys say 8 o'clock. That then 8 o'clock. Aha, I got it right. Not even on the notes.
Lucky guess.
So yeah, definitely, if you're in the area, or if you're not in the area, if you just feel like showing up and seeing these great guys, it takes stage 8 o'clock. The Ruin. It's an interesting venue. Definitely very interesting at the Ruin. Always
Pretty tight squeeze in there too.
Well, yeah, it's interestingly configured. But you can find out more when you're there. Only been to one show that I saw the Owens and the Rumors there, and with Bonsai. It was a good show. It's always good. I think maybe because it's just so not big. I can hear everything.
But if you don't have very many people there, it makes it feel really packed. So
It's true. Yeah, let's get everybody kind of crammed up there. You get the good energy in the room.
Yeah.
How many people showed up? Oh, we packed it with 2 people.
There's a lot of and everything.
Kind of did happen the last time we played there. There was like a group of 5 or 6 people there, and they were just running into each other. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I haven't since concerts have been back. I haven't seen too much like mosh pits and stuff. But I also haven't been to I went to the Pierre show, but it was kind of not as people wise.
Right.
That's a huge point. I like that place.
You haven't seen mosh pits in quite a while.
Yeah, I think last I saw Bayside. They had a really big mosh pit. That was in Grand Rapids.
Okay.
Yeah, that was an insane show. That was awesome. And Ice Nine Kills in Chicago.
Oh, that would be a good one.
That was insane. They had the lead singer. He was like the people holding him up like in the crowd. It was insane.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I need to take some photos.
Yeah, you got
If I gotta play upside down, you gotta play in the crowd.
Have you ever seen a Day to Remember play live?
I have.
He jumped on that big bubble thing, run out on top of the crowd.
What?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, they've got those big plastic
Like-
balls with,
yeah, blow
that
up.
you can like roll around on the
Jump
inside.
in. Yeah.
He got one of those and like went out on top of the crowd and came back in on stage. It was sweet.
We're going to see that with your show.
That was only 2 people.
You pay to pay.
That's why you guys need to come. Maybe we will.
Like bowling pins.
So definitely check them out. They'll be at the Ruin. Take stage 8 o'clock. Fort Wayne. It's a great place, great location. Just over some train tracks too. So. If that doesn't sound welcoming, I don't know what does.
Right.
But also, what other shows? You got some more shows coming up? I
Yes.
think you do somewhere. I don't exactly remember, but yeah. I know you've had a lot of cover shows. You were for Saliva at the Collective Room.
Yeah.
That was really awesome.
a great show.
That was fun.
Saliva's awesome.
Huge crowd for that one. Yeah, that was fun.
That was the second time we had fun for them.
Yeah, I saw they told me. Yeah.
And then we'll be playing with them again in September with Dan by Gone too.
Well, that's gonna be a
Up
good
in
show.
Everett, Michigan. Outside, that'll be a good show too.
Oh yeah, tell me about that. It's huge, like it's like a biker rally or something like that. I believe. I don't know. They were telling me something about a biker rally, so I'm not.
They would know more than we do.
Okay.
They kind of just like, hey, be here at this time. And
We'll be here. They're like, all right. I said we got to be at the moon at 3 o'clock.
I don't know how we're getting there, but that's what he said. So.
Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos will help you out.
Now he's been getting us quite a few shows here lately.
Oh yeah,
It's been great working with him. They
We
just
had
keep
a few
coming.
shows lined up for him. this week? I don't think we did.
I think we had the show at the Ruin, obviously that smokestack show, and then I think there's one more at the Muse in September. I honestly think that's probably it. And now if you saw our calendar,
Dave's been a big
Big
game changer.
yeah, for sure.
Fun stuff left and right.
He has, again, so many connections to, like, so many just great, not even only musicians, but also, like, music venues, producers, like, everybody.
Yep,
he seems to know.
Yep.
Like, if you were to look at his friends list, which don't stalk him, he's a nice guy. But, like, I get, like, people send me friend requests, like, oh, you know David? Oh, you know David. You know David. It's like, how does he know all these people? Nice you found me. That's nice. Feel free to stalk me. I'm okay with that. I'm very boring other than this. All he does is super cool radio stuff. It's like he doesn't have a life. You good?
That almost came out. I got it.
I had that happen once in an interview. Mike Jones, I had that happen to him, so sadly it was only audio once and no one saw it. So does that really happen then?
That's what you got the camera then, right?
See?
Yeah.
Sure. What do you guys do before you, like, how do you prepare for a show?
Give each other a lot of shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trash talk in this band. We've been looking for a new singer for the past 8 years.
Yeah. Still waiting.
This one just won't fucking leave.
He doesn't turn his 2 week shit. When I started the music, because I snuck in early because I know people. Helps.
Right.
You defend your show. You guys are having a good time. I know, like, you obviously walk around talking to people. Obviously, I was walking around talking to people because that's what you do. Obviously, you guys always seem to have a good time wherever you guys are. Even here in the parking lot before we started this, we're already laughing and having a good time. So, yeah, you guys are fun to hang out with. I'm glad we were able to do this in person. Yeah, for sure. Fun question that I didn't even write down in my notes. I just thought of.
I'm interested.
Collaborate with somebody, any kind of either artist, musician, anybody on a future song, who would it be?
That's tough.
Yeah, that's a loaded question.
That is.
That's why I'm the host. I can ask these kind of questions.
Is this like any band of any time or somebody that
we'll
we
go
know?
living. Anyone currently living. Yeah, you made it more broad. I'll edit in Jeopardy music.
It's like a tough call. We have so many influences for all of our songs as we go about. You know, we'll be talking about somewhere like, oh, this kind of has like a day to remember part, or just a little bit of Breaking Benjamin flavor in this, or Kurt brings up some shit ass metal band. We're like, oh, death metal, yeah, let's But you know, I mean, there's just so many different influences that we have, and I don't know if I personally could just pull one and say this is the one that I want. It's just so many to choose from.
But I do think
That was my answer. Now it's up to them.
That's not an answer.
I do think a day to remember would be pretty cool to collab with.
I think you guys' energy would be really good too. Both what they bring, you guys bring, I think it'd be cool. Dave, make it happen. They probably could.
You have somebody else.
Yeah.
No, my Spotify playlist just all it's gonna add is
Yeah,
72
go by
hours
that.
long.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah.
I can't sleep for the next 3 days.
I've been listening to a band called Hollow Arcool. I really like them right now. Like I said, my favorite band changes on the daily. I can go from this. I was telling them last night, some mornings I listen to this and Frank Sinatra. My stuff's all over the place. So today we are Hollow Arcool.
Okay. Yeah. I'll ask you again tomorrow.
All right.
Are you content with your non-answer answer?
There's
Just like a band, man.
so many.
I do think since we've been doing a lot of shows with Saliva, it might be kind of cool to actually track one with Saliva and maybe work the song start to finish with them.
Only if I ever played one of his guitars. I was getting
Oh, yeah,
up
those
close
things are
looking at his
sweet.
guitars.
Oh, they got sick guitars.
Well, I'm going to add another voice in that too.
Well,
gonna put explicit on that.
I think it would be really cool because I think you guys mesh really well. You guys are damn my dog. I think honestly, that would be really cool.
I would be down to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
And I know Dave can make that happen.
Yeah,
I'm sure he knows both bands. Because like with their stuff, like they're kind of rock music, but it's almost like it's almost alternative rock mixed with hard rock. I don't know how necessarily describe it. I think they have 3 guitarists.
Happy rock. I think that's what they called it. Happy metal.
Happy metal.
I think it was.
Happy metal. I think it's happy metal.
Yeah, this is a song "High" by them, and it starts off slow, like kind of more mellow, like alternative rock. But then like at the end, it's just like a extreme hard rock song. So like,
that'd be a good one.
I think you guys mesh really well.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
We'd be down.
Never actually did that until now. So
See, I'll take 10%.
let's negotiate. How about 2?
I gotta keep this.
True.
I gotta keep this going somewhere. I haven't made any money so far. I'm just trying to get you to laugh at this point now.
You blood water out your nose while you were
No, not yet.
from laughing yet?
I'm gonna try.
Yeah,
I'm trying. All right, so your whole 72-hour playlist. What music have you been listening to this week? This is for all of you guys, but I'm curious more about him because he's probably gonna listen to every bands.
You ever heard of Eskimo Callboy?
No, yeah, we were listening to them a little bit. They scared the shit out of us.
Oh god.
He was getting
No.
gas and
But that was
There's another band called We Butter the Bread with Butter.
showed us that one last
They did a cover of an Eskimo Callboy song. And the Eskimo Callboy song's already pretty heavy, but it's got like dance vibes to it. And then they made like a super screamo version of it. I was listening to it.
How do you find these bands?
I kind of want to know the same thing. He never has an answer. Where'd you find it? I don't know.
This is what happens when you're at 2 in the morning and you can't sleep.
Yeah, YouTube, Spotify radio. I don't know. I have no idea. Actually, I heard the singer of All That Remains talk about them, You Butter the Bread with Butter, on a podcast. And I was like, I'm really interested about that, and I listened to it like that. It's German, like half the words are German, or half the lyrics are German, but I get that one.
See, I got an answer. Just the one band.
Yes,
That's just
I got something.
The 99% of the rest of them still doesn't know.
No idea.
I just up late on a Tuesday, got bored watching late night television commercials, so I just started listening to music.
I do a lot of driving, so we get a lot of time to listen to music.
For all those super radio, that'd be nice. By the way, I'm featuring their latest single. If anyone didn't know.
check that out.
DJ, what about you? What do you listen to?
That changes on the daily. Well, used to be
Selena Gomez.
no,
Katy Perry now?
Justin Bieber all the time, all day, nonstop.
Even current Justin Bieber.
I couldn't name a Justin Bieber song.
Hannah Montana.
Not anymore. That was back in my phone.
I actually might have more songs. I think I might have more songs on my playlist. Believe it or not. I'm embarrassed I just said that on an interview.
Do you know which one it is?
It better be Wrecking Ball.
No, that's Miley Cyrus. Oops, I'm talking about Hannah Montana. This is like Disney stuff.
Now you're splitting hairs.
Oh, it's different.
I think I'm more concerned that you're defending it.
Do you realize
If you want to listen to it, go ahead. But if you want to defend it, that's a little weird, man.
you know I'm in like 13 different countries right now. Like people in like Belgium and Switzerland. Which by the
Rock
way,
on.
you'll be
Best
listening
of
to
both
this.
worlds.
Next show, we're going to get you a Hannah Montana shirt.
Yes,
Just to wear.
please. Yep.
For that.
Can we get her like a sticker of her put on the guitar? On the back of it, you do the flipping thing.
Yeah!
You gotta learn to play upside down too, which that might be a little more.
He's got behind his head.
Behind the
He
head.
can do that.
Yeah.
Go. All right.
Depending on the wrist. Alright.
No, you should say
Or I could just get a Hannah Montana mask.
That would be a hell of a lot prettier than that.
Good one. Good one.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, dang. That was on camera, too.
That's how we prep for shows. It's weird, but it works.
So, have you listened to Hannah Montana this week?
No, I don't think I've listened to Hannah Montana since I was like 6, and my sister was in control of the TV. That was about the only time.
So you have.
I think, yeah, unfortunately. No, mine's like I don't know, it's all over the place. Listen to something for a little while and get tired of it and change it again. It goes from like Breaking Benjamin, Olivia, listen to Dance Gavin Dance today.
Start listening to them.
Yeah, they got some cool stuff.
They're different.
It is definitely
If you're not ready for it, it's different.
Yeah, it's not like super heavy, but it's got some cool technical stuff that goes on. It's kind of nice to listen to, a little good change up. Sometimes I'll get some like weird phase and I'll listen to like Juice WRLD, like crap.
You're laughing. I know. You can defend Juice WRLD more than Hannah Montana.
Yeah, you're right. That's why I realized that as I was saying.
Come on. That was a softball.
But no, it's just, it's, again, kind of all over the place.
This week I've listened to, obviously, you guys, because I'm talking with you guys. That would help. I've been listening to, I don't know if you know Allie Venable. She's a really awesome blues guitarist out of Texas. Yeah. Oh, yeah, go for it. I literally just had an interview with her.
Oh, really?
What is it?
Allie Venable.
How do you spell that?
A-L-L-Y space U-E-N.
Don't mess it up now.
A-B-L-E.
Is it the band or?
Both. Her recent stuff is only in her name. See, live and to Spotify right now. Super radio.
This is how I find new bands.
See, you got
I got another answer. That's 2 answers.
See?
I've never gotten.
We just weren't asking the right questions. See, that's why I'm the host.
Right?
Yeah, she's a really awesome. She does like some sick blues riffs.
Okay.
I've seen her live last month. She's really awesome. And I just did an interview with her. So,
Where'd you see her live?
Hard Rock Casino in Gary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, brand new casino. Oh, so funny story about that. Went into a brand new casino. Went to a show, and I did not gamble. Didn't spend any money. Went to a casino. I was gonna play some slots because I got some time to kill, and it was all full. It was literally it was just
Back because it was
second week open.
Oh, yeah.
All full. Man. So I'm gonna put that on my resume now. Went to a casino, didn't spend any money.
This is how dedicated I am. I'm committed to my job.
So yeah.
He never answered the question. He would listen to it.
I was going to get around that one, huh?
Yeah, see?
Unless we hit it right on the head. If we was in Montana.
It's not in Montana, sadly. All That Remains was actually one of the ones I was listening to today.
Good choice.
Yeah. I have a playlist of a bunch of songs, not 70 whatever hours I've heard, but
it's only 71. Yeah, not that 72 hour bit. 71's where it's at.
72 is God tier. You're on.
Yeah.
Not that.
Big old head you got. I don't know if that Hannah Montana thing's going to fit over it now.
You only have to drink 8 monsters to listen to this whole playlist. And only the regular monsters. None of that mutant stuff. Yeah, All That Remains is really good. Unfortunately, they were at the House of Blues with Laguna Coil. It was like a Wednesday, and I didn't get to see them, but I really wanted to, because that would be a sick show.
Oh, man. I saw them in 9.4 Rain 2014. That was a great show. That was a great show.
Yeah, I like
all those noises again.
That was only one, though. I don't know.
That was 4.
I don't know where that one lands in the grand scheme of things.
It was longer.
That's true, it was.
Yeah, it's probably like a non-point, especially like the new music. Like, it reps. It's good.
They got some really good
slams.
Yeah, and I actually, surprisingly, fun fact about me, I haven't seen them live yet. I really haven't. I really want to. Just haven't had the opportunity to. But
If you get to see that,
Yeah, you should see that.
I know. Like that, every day I know. Like I already know. It's on the list. It's got to make it happen.
but another one I was listening to, you heard of Remember the Monsters, Eric? That's one that he showed me. That stuff's catchy.
Some obscure area.
YouTube.
You can fall down some rabbit holes on YouTube, man.
How'd you find them? What was
Jared Dye.
Yeah, that's right.
YouTube guitarist. I don't know, put on some kind of foul.
Like a contest or something?
Yeah, it was a contest for a bunch of local bands in Seattle. And he put up music videos of all the winners. I think there was like 8 or 9 of them. And I listened, I heard them. I was like, hey, this guy's good. They've come out with music and stuff.
That Sync song is catchy.
Oh my gosh.
I was showing you that.
Oh,
last night.
yeah. I do know that song. Took me a minute there. I was like,
Sync. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I checked them out. That's catchy.
I'm definitely checking. I got like a whole list of music to listen to. People like send me stuff. You know, like show you, like I just got a submission from Portugal for like one song, so I haven't checked it out yet. I just got the email, so I'm definitely gonna check it out.
That's cool. I wish people would send me music.
You already have enough.
Yeah.
You got 72 hours.
Yeah, but I gotta keep adding to that playlist. I'm gonna break it.
You gotta get to a week.
Challenge accepted.
Okay.
I'd love to do a follow-up interview.
Yeah, I'll give it 4 days.
It's taken a long time to get to this point. Maybe a couple of years.
I just gave you one, so there's that.
It's true.
That all of your songs on the playlist.
One more thing I actually thought of, you guys, obviously, you're from the Fort Wayne area, you play a lot of shows in the Fort Wayne area. I know you guys have been branching out more too. But what is like the music scene like in Fort Wayne? Because I've talked to a few different bands, obviously, Voice of Silence and some other Fort Wayne bands. So what's kind of the scene like in Fort Wayne?
I actually feel like we haven't played in Fort Wayne as much as we should have. Like when we were, I feel like Angola is kind of like a hometown show. Because we used to play at the venue. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
Sounds familiar.
It's like it's very, yeah.
You'll never guess what it is.
Yeah. That's
It's a riverboat.
Obviously.
Oh, sorry.
That's just like a college bar. Trine's right there.
Okay.
And so we've played there. We were playing there like every other month there for a while. Highness was back before Rooney's day. Well, he was roadie.
there.
I was roadie days.
drunk listening.
He was kind of there. He was in and out.
I can put stuff back in the trailer. But it doesn't matter.
And to hang up that Mud Creek sign in the back there.
Yeah, they got this freaking Mud Creek sign that was like 14 foot tall, and I'm like,
We picked the
5'8".
shortest guy to go put it up.
You want me to reach what again? No way, that's physically possible.
Why'd you forget your platform shoes that day?
Nobody told me I needed them. It's like, well, hey, we brought that sign. I'm like, ow! Okay, thanks.
I can't think of any kind of situation where you don't need platform shoes.
Limbo.
Go back.
Fine, there's only one situation where you don't need platform shoes. That was good. That's good.
That was pretty good.
That's good. Still have that sign? Still have that one?
Mason wants to start using it for his drum videos that he posts for his
That's what
Instagram. That's very true.
But if you ask the drummer, he's a good drummer. You know, that's how it works.
It's in Bob's garage right now.
I don't remember what it was.
We probably could sign it off and auction it off.
It's actually a pretty cool idea. I like that.
I'll take 10%.
Are you making schemes here?
Hey, I think Super Cool Ray's been going on for 2 years.
That's a business, man.
See?
That's true.
I don't have my business hat on. Why should I do it with my name? But anyway. See, that's how Super Cool Ray has been around for 2 years. How do you think I know all these people? They all owe me money. Why do you think I always get these quality interviews? I got to pay money. Yeah, definitely. Actually, I have not been to a show in Angola, but I am going to see Fozzy there.
Oh,
In
nice.
September. I've had tickets since last year. Huge Chris Jericho fan. So I'm probably going to yell wrestling lines at him, and he's probably going to go, "You stupid idiot! It's Fozzy!" That's a coach. I think Royal Bliss.
Oh,
He was opening for them, and Through Fire, I think.
We saw Through Fire.
Through Fire was at the show with
Blackstone.
Cherry
Yeah, they're pretty
at
good.
the Rusty Spur
Yeah.
back in those days.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this show is at the Eclectic Room.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been good to us too. Played
Yeah, I
quite a few shows there.
haven't been to a show there, but I've heard it's always good turnout. I was always super hot. So that felt
That's so why the show was.
I think that was where Dave approached us for the first time.
I think the first time you were talking to him outside
Yeah.
at the Malahatchee show.
if you don't think he's watching, he's always watching.
Apparently, he's like, yeah, I saw you at Headwaters. I saw you at the
Yeah.
Smokestack. I was like,
When he started, like, when I started working with him, he's like, yeah, I saw that interview, and I saw that interview. You had a good interview with Hartson. It's like, wow, thanks.
Done some research here. You've been around a bit.
Well, like, I introduced myself to him because Larry, he introduced us. Like, yeah, that's David Hurley. He manages bands. So I'm like, okay. I think he told me it was the Handsome Pete manager. I didn't know. He was like, oh, I know everybody. He only told me this much. So, yeah, I know all these people. I know Crash Karma. I know all these people. So, but he's super good to work with. And he's probably watching this interview, so definitely that's why.
What's up, Dave?
Yeah, but definitely, definitely look forward to seeing Fozzy and Angle, and hopefully, obviously, I'll see you guys eventually. Whenever, I know you guys are always around, so it's always good. Again, Ruin tonight, 8 o'clock. See them take the stage. They will rock. Fence's going to be there out of Maryland, which I didn't know there was a huge music scene in Maryland. I got some education about that during my interview with Leon. And what he told me was super interesting that I'd never heard about with bands. It apparently only happens in like Maryland and like a few other areas. That if they book tours in certain places, there cannot be another like similar genre show for the next month. That is how they work in Maryland because it's so competitive. Dang. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's super competitive over there. And they said because of last year, some venues closed, so you have less areas.
Right, less to choose from.
Yeah, it's super competitive. So glad you're in Indiana.
Music scene is not that competitive.
No, you guys got a lot of cool venues. I've noticed. Like, you obviously got Rockstar Lounge in Fort Wayne. You got the Ruin. You got the Muse on Main. You got Pierre's. A lot of great places. I know you obviously up here you got a lot of great places as well. First, Smith closed down, but definitely some cool places in Michigan. A lot of great places in Michigan. I've heard about it. I heard Hot Rock's a really cool one. I haven't been to it, but I've heard of that one. That was the Silas one there last month. That's how I know about it. So, yeah.
Rockstar Lounge and Pierre's. Those are both places that we're going to be back at for sure. That was
cool place.
Yeah, they were taking us on the full tour there. Parts that aren't even reopened yet. That place is going to be amazing when it's done.
Yeah, I snuck in for sound check because again, you know people. Pierre's is really cool. I'm seeing Everclear there next month, and oh yeah, I've seen him play live before. Art still, I hope he still has one of my business cards. I did give him one. Sadly, it's my old business card that doesn't have any relevant information anymore. But
Still has a card, though.
I like to think that fantasy. I'm not going to follow up on that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me here on Super Cool Radio. Very fun time. One of the very few in-person interviews I've done so far this year, but always a great time. So again, remember to check them out, The Ruin. They take the stage at 8 o'clock. It'll be a fantastic time with Offensive and some other great bands as well. But what are the future plans, since we're already in June of 2021, so what's the future plans for Mud Creek for the rest of this year to close it out?
See how many shows Dave can. We were also talking about possibly EP album later this year.
More in that would be cool.
Bag where we can get release one ready for them.
Hopefully music video too. We're plotting some of that on the way up here too. Maybe tour early next year. Dave's hinted at that a little bit. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, just get into as many new and old places that we can get into and build our following a little bit. Maybe do a couple more interviews with you too.
Hey, you guys always long. I had a great time. It's probably like a 4-hour interview. But hey, as long as I have a great time, and I know David's going to watch, so it's at least going to get one view. Thank you guys so much for hanging out here at Super Cool Radio. Definitely check out streams, support if you like to Mud Creek, and if they're in your area, definitely hang out with them. They're cool guys, as you can see. They might insult you along the way, but
More than likely.
We kind of keep that just
We say that.
Yeah. Also, if you want a giant poster, it might be around in someone's garage.
I do.
Bring out the money. He's got to get 10%, but bring out the money.
Yeah.
That's
for having us. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
of course.
Thanks so much. It was a good time.
Definitely. Make sure to check out Mud Creek. Follow them on the socials, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. Twitter, I don't know.
Do you have Twitter?
If they have to ask a question back to me, I'll take that as a no.
Yeah, don't we have Twitter?
Instagram and Facebook, I know that. But for Remy, Kurt, TJ, Mud Creek, I'm Matthew Thomas, the host of Super Cool Radio. Thank you for watching.